Nithyananda. With all auspicious blessings and grace of my Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Sri Nithyananda Parameshwaram, I welcome you all to this video. To this video series, through this channel, my aim is to share the teachings of my Guru, to share my journey of sannyas, to share my journey on the path of enlightenment with my Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Living around a Guru is just celebration. It is experience love, just infinite love. Experiencing the love of the cosmos, experiencing the love of a being who has no expectation, has no judgment, who does not judge you from what you do, what you told, what you may do, or any expectation from you. That is the space, state, and the life around the Guru. When I used to read the book, The Autobiography of a Yogi, or Sant Jnaneshwar's book, whether it was his Bhagavad Gita or Amrita Anubhava, every chapter of Sant Jnaneshwar's book used to have such a beautiful expression of his love for his Guru, Nivirti, who was none other than his elder brother. The way they used to express, whether it's Paramahamsa Yogananda about his Guru, or whether it was Sant Jnaneshwar about his Guru, Nivirti, the expression of the love was something that just captured me. That was something that enamored me. That was something that I always used to wonder, what makes an individual love their Guru so much? The joy, the bliss, the uninhibited expression of these great personalities, the spiritual giants, about their Guru, used to always make me wonder, how are they able to experience this for one person who means more to them and the world to them beyond their family, beyond their friends, beyond everything and anything? That is the experience I am experiencing and living as a disciple of my Guru, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Parameshwaram. When you're living around a Guru, the one thing you express and you experience is unfiltered, infinite love. Not just for you. It is all encompassing. It is such an experience to see your Guru express the same love towards every individual without judging. Without anger, without hatred. I mean, you can only love if you don't have any of this. But today's love is completely differently defined in the society versus the love you experience when you're living with a Guru. Just watching your Guru express the same love, the uninhibited love to every individual and being, be it a small squirrel, or be it a small child, be it an adult, be it an old man. It is an experience that is very hard to describe in words. Whatever I am expressing or experiencing is, I know, not even 50% of what I should be experiencing if I was enlightened. But what I'm experiencing, what I'm seeing through the way he is expressing love to every individual, every disciple, every being is not just human. No human being can have this kind of non-judgmental love, non-expectation love towards everybody. And that is what makes me more devoted and more in love with my Guru. The compassion he has. Is it possible to be like him? That has been my question that still haunts me. And I want to be like him. How can you love every human being without expectation, without judgment? Because after all, we are human beings. We are born with a lot of attachments, with a lot. We are born, of course, we are born without attachments. But after we are born, we start getting attached, clutched. One, to people, to the families. Two, to our understandings of life, to our cognitions of life, based on which we decide what is suffering, we decide what is anger, who is good, who is bad, all this. But I have seen Swamiji. He does not have anger. He does not decide this person is good or bad. It is just a being. There is no gray area of good and bad with Swamiji. It is a being and he just loves him or her. You may have done the worst crime. May have done the worst abuse. You may think you're the worst human being. You may hate yourself, but I have never seen Swamiji hate anybody or be clutched to anybody enough that clutching, that attachment judges or makes him judge or be partial to anybody else. That is such an amazing space and experience to witness. How do we live such a life? When Swamiji is saying it is possible for all human beings to live like that, I always wonder, is it really possible? Or do I have to be reborn as a child and learn from there? But Swamiji says no, even adults can live that life, no matter where you are. Whether you're married, whether your families, be it your children, with your family, with your other commitments, or whether you are in Kailasa as a sannyasi, you can live the life the way he is living, unclutched, blissful, joyful, loving, rejoicing in love, celebrating life in love. That is the sampradaya, that is the ecosystem Swamiji wants to create for each of us. Each Kailasa is a celebration of his love, is a testament of the way he wants each human being to live. Life is not suffering. You can still do every activity in your life. You can be married, you can have children, you can take care of your business, you can act in movies, you can run your shop, you can be a teacher, you can be a lawyer, you can be a collector, you can be a prime minister of a country. You can be everything, radiating the space and state of Paramashiva, which is what Swamiji radiates. Every moment I have seen it. Many people have asked Swamiji this. How is it, Swamiji, possible to live without worry? I'm after all married. And I have so many responsibilities. I'm worried about, whether I'll be able to keep up my commitments to my children. I'm worried about their future. I'm worried about their financial status. I'm worried about my old parents because I'm very attached to them. Do you think being attachment is a problem, which is why we are worried? The Swamiji has a very straightforward solution for all this. It is just unclutching. Unclutching does not mean not being attached to your children, not being attached to your parents, Being attached and being loving are two different things. Being loving and caring are extremely different from being attached. If you know this difference, you will start moving towards loving and caring versus attached. You will move from worry to the space of loving them, caring for them without worries. You don't need to be a sannyasi to live this life of Jivan Mukti. This life of Jivan Mukti that Swamiji is teaching is for all. It is not whether you're a sannyasi or a grihastha to be able to follow his teachings. You just need to decide that you want to live the life of a Jivan Mukti. And that is the space of sannyas. Sannyas is not renunciation. Sannyas is rejoicing. That is what Swamiji has taught us through his life. Sannyas is not withdrawal. Sannyas is all embracing, all encompassing. Because Swamiji's love is not limited to one or two individuals, it is all encompassing and unstoppable. Anybody who wants to experience that one glimpse of pure, innocent love without expectation, I invite you to any of his satsangs or his darshans, which will be starting every day from August 6th for 21 days through the Paramashiva Home program. Now, coming back to the topic of worry and being attached to families and how to live the life of Jivan Mukti, even though you are living as a family in a society with so many responsibilities. The first step I invite you and I recommend you start doing is by understand why you're attached to them. Study yourself why you're attached to them. That should be the first thought current you should catch. What is your fear? What is your worry? That is the first step towards completion. The more and more you complete, you will understand that you can still fulfill your responsibilities, your role as a mother, as a father, as a sister, as a wife, as a husband, as a friend, without suffering. It is not attachment that's a problem, but the cognition that you are attached is the problem. It is love and care which are different from attachment and worry. Understand the source of your attachments. How do you understand the source of your attachment? Every action that makes you think you're attached to them, look in and go to the depth of it. Why am I attached to this person? Okay, these are the reasons. Why am I worried about this person? These are the reasons. Write it down 5 times. If you just write it down 5 times, you will see from the first time to the 5th time, the reasons you wrote will bring so much of clarity to you. What is the reason of your attachment? Always, there would be some hidden selfish motive, which may seem to be a norm. It is, of course, like many people may argue that, I am expected to be attached to my son and he's my husband, I have to be attached to him. I am attached to him, what is wrong? I'm very attached to my mother, I'm very attached to my dog. Sure, but being attached is not the same as love and care. Every time you're attached to someone, please understand you feel they are the source of your joy. when you feel their source of your joy, you become attached to them the first time. Because they make you happy. Because you're happy with them. Of course, there's nothing wrong in being happy with people. You have to be happy, and that is the reason the society all live together. But having someone, being attached to someone, because they make you happy, makes you psychologically weak, makes you psychologically dependent on someone. And as time grows, as you grow older, as they grow older, as the relationship grows older, you will start hating the the so-called societal restrictions put together by these attachments. For example, if you're a mother or a father or a daughter or a sister or a husband, the very role of a husband has certain expectations. The very role of a wife has certain expectations from the society by the people around you. But these were the same people whom you used to love because they loved you. As you grow older, when you start having conflicts with them or their ideas, this becomes the source of worry, the source of stress, the source of frustration. For example, when you were born, you did not have any attachment to your parents till you were probably 4 or 5, and you identified them as your mother, as your father, and they love you, and so you love them. Then you go to school, then you identify someone as a teacher, and you start your preschool. Preschool, you have friends of your same age who have the same cognitions as you, who are just playful, play in the class. So you just play in the class, you have fun, or you just listen to what the teacher is telling, and you go back home, and you back into your loving embryo ambience with your parents with no expectations, no conflicts. You just listen, you just do what your mother says, you do what your father says, and that's how life goes on. But as you grow older, let's say you reach the age of 10, reach the age of 12, reach the age of 13, as you grow into your teenage years. Every house, there's a conflict between the children and the parents. Some may be having large conflicts, some may be having smaller conflicts, but there is always a difference of opinion. Some call it generation gap, some call it we belong to different decades. Now times are different, those times were different. So now I don't want to listen to everything my parents say. I don't think they are right. I know better. It starts with that. Then you grow older and you start choosing a life partner. When you choose a life partner, sometimes your parents may disagree, your friends may disagree. And these very same parents whom you used to love as a child have become a space of conflict for you because they do not agree to your choice of a life partner. Do you see how that attachment leads to worry, stress? Now, why this conflict is happening is because we expect our parents to do as we say, and our parents expect us to do as they say. The simple dialogue people say, if you were really my daughter, my own daughter, if you're my own daughter, நீ நிஜமாவே என் பொண்ணா இருந்தா நான் சொல்ற மாதிரி நீ நடந்துப்ப. And or the daughter or the son says to the parents back, if you really trust me, what is your problem in going ahead with my life choice as a partner, as my life partner? It's my life, I want to decide. Where do these conflicts come from? It comes from attachments. But if the same space was from love, Love gives you infinite patience and infinite joy, that there will not be a conflict. You only do everything to make your parents understand, or your parents will do everything to make you understand out of love. And if at all there is no understanding, you do not reach to a mutual understanding, still the relationship will not be conflicting. It will still be loving. The same love will be there without the burden of attachment. This is what I have seen and learned from Swamiji. He loves everybody. But since he's not attached to anybody, his love is not limited, is not defined, is not filtered by any expectations. His love is just rejoicing with joy, and his love is his compassion. Because he's not attached to anybody, and he only loves them because of his space, because of his inner space, there is no conflict with anybody. How to live life? Loving everybody, taking responsibility for each and every human being, taking care of them, being responsible for them. Being responsible for them, I don't mean just in terms of enlightenment, but for their health, their wealth, their mental state, their physical state, everything. And not feeling burdened by it is the space of pure love, is what I learned from Swamiji. And that is what his teachings, his principles teach us. If you follow every of his principle and teachings in your life consistently without fail, you will start experiencing the same love and care without conflict, without worry. You will not be detached from your children. You will not be detached from your husband. You will not be detached from your parents. You will be more loving to them without stress, without frustration, without pain, without hurt, without anger. It is possible. Start small. Start practicing completion every day. Think of it as an investment for your life. Just like you would go to a gym to keep yourself healthy. Going to gym is one aspect of building the body, but you also want to be healthy, lose weight, look fit, so you have a healthy mind. Likewise, every day consider this a mind gym, a gym for your soul, a gym for the path of enlightenment. Take 15 to 20 minutes. Please do not think it's too long. It is worth the investment, because when you understand yourself, what hurts you, what pains you, you will realize no outer person, anybody in the world, has the power to hurt you, to have any kind of a pain point over you, to violate you without you giving them permission to do so. And you can easily gain your conscious sovereignty through this simple exercises. Okay, even if you don't have time right away, you feel, oh, too much time is 20 minutes. I don't have time. I'm running from morning to evening. And, I'm busy with my work. I'm busy with, 4, 5 kids. I have a husband. I have my parents. The whole day is busy. Break it up. Start small. Start with a breathing exercise. Start with just 2 minutes of your time. 2 minutes of simple pranayama is a good place to start. And you will see how time will expand if you decide to start practicing these principles and teachings. Please start today. Invest this time for yourself today, for your future today. Keep joining us on this journey, on this path of enlightenment. Follow, subscribe, and share my video to your friends and family if you found this useful. And if you have any more questions, any queries, any answers you're seeking in life, please put them in my YouTube comment box or on my Twitter platform or on Facebook or on Instagram. I will reply to them. Thank you for watching. Nithyananda.